What would be my perfect signal path to get things from analog to digital? I'm a Neve guy, and I love the sound of Neve devices, especially for tracking, mainly for tracking. And this probably comes from my history with production, learning to track on Neve consoles first and then mixing on SSL consoles later. And the reason why a lot of that was done was because the SSL is a transparent board, with the exception of, I think, 4000 and possibly the 9000, I can't remember right now. Those were, I think, the only ones that weren't fully transparent, but for the most part, the rest were. So if you wanted to color the sound and get it onto tape, you would run it through a Neve console. And a Neve console does some magic to things. So that would usually be my path. Bring it through a Neve. And if I have to do that, I have a couple of plugins that actually emulate the Neve sound that are pretty good. So Neve first. So let's start over. MPC to do the production, doesn't matter which one. 1000, 5000, 1+, doesn't matter. Any of them will work. From there, tracking the audio. If it's in the 1+, there's nothing to track out. It's just already in there. That's easy. If it's the 5000 or the 1000, 5000, I'm doing 8 outs into the ADAT and into the SSL12, running it through those Neve plugins, tracking the audio and printing it into Logic. If it's the 1000, same scenario, but I'm using 6 outs. I know what you're thinking, how do you have 6 outs? The 1000 has 4 outs, however, it still has the stereo left and right, and you can pan left and right to create 5 and 6. Do that. 6 outs on the 1000, technically 10 outs on the 5000, but I usually just use the 8 outs because it's already wired that way. And then in Logic, I'm using the SSL channel strip 2 pretty much on every channel, unless there's a very specific reason for me to reach for a different plugin that does what that plugin does, because I want a different type of character for some reason in that actual mix. For the most part, the SSL channel strip 2 is pretty much handling everything that I need when it comes to that.